Welcome to a glimpse of the Old West, the town that was too tough to die, Tombstone, Arizona.
So for those of you not familiar with Tombstone, or if you haven't seen the movie,
I'm your huckleberry.
Stay tuned because we're going to show you all this town has to offer and some of the hidden gems. So Tombstone was founded in 1877 when they found silver in a mine outside of town. And as soon as they found silver, every outlaw, every cowboy, every homesteader, prospector, anybody else looking to strike it rich started to flock to Tombstone.
By 1881, the population in Tombstone was between 15 to 20,000. But the town is probably most famous for one of the most public and well-known gunfights in the Old West, the shootout at the OK Corral.
Oh my God.
I want to fight! Wyatt, don't stop me! Come on, Liquor, you know I got one left for you.
So Wyatt Earp was a famous lawman from Dodge City, but he decided to retire from law enforcement and he moved to Tombstone with his brothers Virgil and Morgan, where they were all hoping to make their fortunes. On October 26, 1881, members of the so-called cowboy gang had a run-in with Wyatt, Virgil, and Morgan Earp with help from Wyatt's friend Doc Holliday. 24 seconds and 30 gunshots later, Billy Clanton and Tom and Frank McLaury were mortally wounded. It was one of the most public and well-documented gunfights of the Old West, which is probably why Tombstone has stayed around all these years. Now, each day, actors reenact the gunfight multiple times per day for crowds of tourists and onlookers.
Another famous landmark is the Birdcage Theater. It was a theater, a saloon, a gambling hall, and a brothel. Legend has it that no self-respecting woman in the town would even walk on the same side of the street as the Birdcage Theater. It opened its doors on Christmas Day in 1881 and ran 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, until closing its doors in 1889. In 1882, the New York Times reported that the Birdcage Theater is the wildest, wickedest night spot between Basin Street and the Barbary Coast.
So evidence of this can be seen in the some 160 bullet holes that are found in the walls and the ceilings of the Birdcage Theater. The Birdcage gets its name from the cages that used to hang from the ceiling where the ladies of the night used to entertain all the patrons. Ladies of the evening, often called the soiled doves, have become legends of their own, and if you come to the Birdcage today, you can see pictures of the doves and read all about their stories. One other tidbit about the Birdcage and Tombstone in general, it's considered one of the most haunted places to visit, and many of those ghost hunting TV shows have filmed episodes here. You can do a number of ghost tours in town, and one of the ones that's most recommended by locals is called Norris Place, which is actually located in the former morgue of Tombstone.
In addition to the history, there's a lot of great restaurants and saloons that also keep up with the Old West theme. There's also a couple RV parks close by and Kate's Cozy Cabins for rent within walking distance of all the nightlife. You can also ride your horse around town, or if you're a little more refined, ride the stagecoach for a tour of the town. Other attractions include Boothill Graveyard that hosts the remains of many of Tombstone's unfortunate inhabitants, and the Tombstone Courthouse where spectators could watch the hangings of outlaws and criminals. If you're interested in something a little less morbid, the Rose Tree Museum houses the world's largest rose bush.
So let's be honest, it's a little touristy, but the best thing you can do is just embrace the experience. It's an amazing place to come for kids or anybody that really wants to have a hands-on experience with the history of the Old West. So grab your cowboy hat, throw on your boots, and take a couple shots and just embrace the whole experience.